What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are back on the road. Oh boy, there's a car right in the middle of this lane. Kendall, do you think I'm gonna make that turn? Oh, he's moving. Sweet. Cool. Back on the road. Quick systems check. I got trailer brakes, we got tire pressures, we got backup camera, all good stuff. Man, sure is nice to be back in the truck with the RV in tow. It's been a crazy like 48 hours or so. I'll have to catch you guys up on a lot of stuff. So obviously I've got Kendall here with me, so that's great news. She finally made it back from the hospital yesterday, and here we are back on the road again today. There's a lot going on, a lot of details to catch you up on, and why we are back on the RV. It's been a little hectic the last 48 hours. So Brandy's driving separate. She's got Cameron and Hannah with her, so we're gonna go meet up with them right now, and then we're going to hit the road together and head up the rest of the way to Mount Pleasant, which is like Charleston, north of Charleston, South Carolina, which is where our hospital is. We've got about 100 miles to go. ETA about 2:30, and I'm trying to remember like how I make RV videos. We've been making so many videos from the hospital about Kendall lately. It's like I gotta put myself back into RV video mode, and this will be a Kendall video. We should have some results of the MIBG scan before the end of the video. It tells us a lot about her situation, how much cancer is or is not left. Are we doing a major surgery or not, and all that kind of stuff. So mixing our two worlds together, it's kind of exciting. It'll be a whole new thing.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Oh, 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 serves you some reminder to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair, put you down and leave you down.
All right, let's see what we're working with here. Got a nice pull through sight. We're definitely going uphill, so that's going to be a situation. Cameron!
Hello.
Cameron and Hannah. Hi. How's it going?
Good. Hannah, look. Hannah.
Hi.
Mine.
What's yours? That's your car? All right, Level Mate Pro says we got to go up a little bit. Pull through sight. Let's see if we can get this thing a little bit better. Pulling up. Oh, a little closer.
Me.
Did you find something, Boondock Brandy? What was that?
Oh my gosh, there was bee in my face, I swear. Is it in my hair? No.
Okay, this thing says it's level left to right. Let's take a quick look. Do we trust it? Boom. All right, we are in. We're level. First things first. Let's get some power hooked up, get air conditioning going, because it's only like a cool 105 out here. Then we can worry about all the other crap. All right, got everything set up, hooked up, ready to go. Let me give you guys, if you're new here, a tour of the RV. This is a Jayco Eagle 312BH. So it's a bunkhouse outdoor kitchen, and this is kind of the view as you walk in to the kitchen. It's got opposing slides with an island in the middle. Excuse the mess. But yeah, so we've got a dinette over here. A little pull-out sofa here, so that turns into a bed. Got a little cabinet nook there. We've got the entertainment system with speaker and fireplace and all that stuff. This is where we put the coffee stuff, so that's like our coffee bar and pantry. We really use the storage up there for pantry and that sort of thing. Behind where we came in is the master bedroom. And there's like closet space and drawers and all that kind of stuff up here. And all of that. And then this other door here, hi Cameron, how's it going?
Hi.
Is the bathroom. So we've got, you know, all that cabinet space, nice full-size shower, and the toilet over here. And then moving to the back where the craziness and the noise is coming from, we've got the bunkhouse. What's up, Kendall? Hi, Hannah. How's it going? Hi. So, obviously we've got this upper bunk. This is a couch down here that folds out into a bed. And then across from that, we've got some closet space and cabinetry. We've got an entertainment system, so they've got a TV down here, more storage, drawers, and stuff over here. There's a little ladder here, and there's more storage behind the ladder. And then we've got another bunk up here. So we could really sleep four of these little rugrats back here. And the plan now is for Cameron and Hannah to sleep on this lower bed.
And me to sleep up here.
Kendall is going to sleep up here.
I got my own bed.
And then they can all watch TV at night and hang out and do their own thing. And then we a lot of times we end up using that for storage up there. So like, as you can see, there's just laundry baskets and that sort of thing up there right now. Ruh-roh. Don't let her jump out. All right, so here's the latest and greatest with Kendall. She ended up being at the hospital for like another 3 or 4 days, sort of as we anticipated at the end of last week's video. So she ended up spending like, I think it was an additional 10 days at the hospital after the 9 days of immunotherapy. So it's been a lot lately, but she still has the blockage in her intestines. So we have her on a continuous feed from the feeding pump past that blockage. So she still can't eat any solid foods. She can have some liquids, so she can drink water, she can have sips of things, whatever. As long as it's, you know, a clear type of liquid, she can sort of sip on it, get some taste and flavor in her mouth, and it's going to slowly pass by that blockage. At this point, it sort of seems like she could start to eat, but one of the reasons they don't want her eating yet, the surgeon was explaining it to us the other day, that if she were to eat solids, that sitting in her stomach would trigger this muscle in the lower intestines to kind of relax a little bit, which would be great for getting things to pass through, but not good because they said they run the risk of that J-tube pulling out and coming back through the blockage on the stomach side of it. So we'd be feeding her not past the blockage anymore. So we don't want to run that risk. So we're going to continue on the feeding pump until we get the okay from the surgery team. Now, they also sent her home on fluids because the dehydration was a thing, and because she can't really eat and drink like proper amounts of food, they sent her home. So we're giving her IV fluids on our own, and that's like a whole thing. But I'm super blessed, really, to be able to do that and not have to keep going back to the hospitals dealing with that sort of thing. And you know, all these tubes and ports and things that they kept saying that, oh, we need to put a G tube in, then it was a GJ tube, and then, you know, the Broviacs and the ports and all these things that you're just like, man, I really have to keep putting all this stuff in my kid. I just don't want her to have all that stuff. But realistically, going through all this stuff, I can see the importance of it, and it's such a blessing to be able to just hook up something to her and take care of whatever she needs to be taken care of, and she doesn't really have to participate in it, you know. She doesn't have to get poked with needles, she doesn't have to eat something, swallow pills anymore, she doesn't have to do any of these kinds of things if she's not feeling like it, or she's, you know, out with morphine, sleeping through things, or whatever the case is. But to be able to just do whatever you got to do by quickly hooking up to her is pretty awesome. And to be honest, I kind of wish I had a little bit of that myself. Now, the only way this blockage is going to get fixed is if we do a surgery. So that's the plan right now. It's absolutely, definitely another major surgery, which we're really sort of bummed and disappointed about, as obviously like the last thing we wanted to do was cut back into Kendall and have to do a surgery. And, you know, I think we discussed this last week, but it was like, why didn't we address those lymph nodes to begin with? And there's just a big risk factor because they're sort of up against the aorta, and there's just a big risk factor in removing them. So I think the idea is to do their best to remove it, but they're going to try to just reduce the size and remove as much as they can within reason. Now we do have an MIBG scan tomorrow, so that'll tell us a lot more and help guide us through some of this stuff. Now the general idea is that they're going to remove them no matter what, because they've been there the whole time and they've been stable, which is maybe good or bad, I don't know. But if the most recent rounds of immunotherapy have killed off the cancer cells in those lymph nodes, they're not going to reduce in size on their own anyways. And if it's still live active cancer cells in those lymph nodes causing them to be enlarged, all the treatments she's done, the 5 rounds of chemo and the 2 rounds of immunotherapy, haven't touched them and they're still active, then we need to get them out of there and remove them from the equation anyways. So, hey, what's up, Kendall?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Brandy was actually doing some research last night on Facebook groups, and it turns out that it's pretty common for these surgeons to not want to mess with these lymph nodes next to the aorta there that end up involved with the cancer, and many of them end up having a second surgery to go in and remove it. There's some surgeons that are pretty hardcore about getting in there and getting it removed the first time, which is, I think, awesome. It's fantastic. It's great that they're able to do that. But here we are. We are in the situation like many others where we're going back in. We'll remove what's left of those lymph nodes and hope for the best. How do you feel about it?
Good.
Yeah? We're gonna kick some butt, huh?
Uh-huh.
They don't stand a chance. And it will be then, after surgery, Kendall, that they'll let you eat again.
Yay.
So after you recover, what kind of foods are we talking about this time?
I know a brownie with ice cream and chocolate syrup and whipped cream on top,
Yeah, what else?
which I've been craving since my last surgery.
Crab legs?
Crab legs, definitely. Steak. Pretzels. Oh, flavor blasted goldfish. And pancakes, bacon.
Good thing I'm
And
keeping a
ice
list. And ice cream? Good thing I'm keeping a list again. All right, MIBG scans tomorrow. Fingers crossed for clean scans. Although, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know that I fully anticipate nothing to show up, because we already know from last time that the MIBG can be taken up into dead neuroblastoma cancer cells, and they're called ganglioneuroma. And those are just the mature dead cancer cells. So I think Brandy and I are in the mindset of expecting to hear that that is still the case, especially in these lymph nodes, if nowhere else. And then she has a PET scan planned for the following week, which will help us differentiate live versus dead. I don't even know why they bother with the MIBG at this point, to be honest. But I guess that's just the rules we're playing by. With all that going on, that's why we've brought the RV up here to be closer to the hospital. As I said before, we're like 2 to 2.5 hours away from the hospital, so these daily trips for all these scans and tests and all this stuff really takes a toll. It's pretty taxing on myself and Brandy to do this back and forth. Not to mention, it really breaks the family up, because oftentimes when there's like back-to-back things, we'll get a hotel room up here or something like that, and it just breaks everybody up. And then right now we've got so much going on over the next few weeks, like on these day-to-day things, that it just made more sense to bring the RV up here. And then it'll also be up here during the stem cell transplant, assuming we do that, which is like a 6-week process. So I'll be able to bring the other kids up here. Brandy will bring them, on the weekends when they're back in school, so that we can all sort of get to and from the hospital a little bit easier, spend a little bit of time with Kendall, visiting and things of that nature. So this is just our way of keeping things a little bit easier, keeping the family together, because we all obviously want to be here and be around to help support Kendall together. Not to mention, it's fun. We love the RV. We love hanging out, seeing different places, and it'll be nice to have a place to kind of call home up here in Charleston until we get through this. All right, it is scan day. Kendall and I are getting ready to head to the hospital. It's raining a lot, so that's lovely. But fingers crossed that we get a nice, clean scan today. We are expecting to see some MIBG take up in some of these lymph nodes and maybe a little bit in the tumor bed. But again, we'll do the PET scan to determine what's what after that. So we'll see how things go. How you feeling about it, Kendall?
Good.
You feel like you're gonna kick some butt and you're gonna have a good scan? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, off to the hospital. All right, we just got back from the scan and now we wait. But realistically, who knows if we'll actually get a phone call today with the results of that scan. It's a Friday and we didn't get out of there till about noon. So will they have time to review it, write up the report, really analyze it in great detail? Who knows? I'm not trying to rush it. It would be nice to know before the weekend, but we might be waiting till next week till we get the actual answers. And realistically, we could be waiting until after we get the PET scan to really know what's going on. So there's no telling. I guess we'll sit here and be patient and try to stay dry. Okay. I just got off the phone with the doctor. She called with the MIBG scan results, and she said that she still has a Curie score of 2, which sucks. You know, even though we didn't have super high expectations, we were at least hopeful that maybe we would hear something otherwise. But she did say that it was the take up in the places in the tumor bed and the lymph nodes was a little bit less than what we showed last time prior to the immunotherapy. So I don't know what that means. Again, she said don't put too much weight in it because MIBG can be taken up into dead cancer cells. So there's a chance that the immunotherapy did its job and killed off these sites that there was still active cancer, but it's still highlighting there. So to really actually know what's going on, we're gonna have to wait until next week to get the PET scan and get the results from that. And then we go into the surgery, we get that other stuff removed, and then they do another set of scans to see where we're at and restage her. And then that will dictate whether we continue on to the stem cell transplant, which is like the original plan would be to do that, or if we need to continue on with 2 more rounds of immunotherapy. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah.